Hi, I'm Zon the Daddy Dev, and welcome to the official day one Tuesday class for Godot 3 beginners. I am probably the only guy who sadly wants to work with beginners because, for reasons, most people don't want to work for beginners, okay? What we're going to do here too is there's going to be a game jam coming up January 29th where I'm going to take 4 people who will win $20 for whatever terrible game they have. Oh boy, yes, this is. But the reason why I'm doing this is because I want people to be a little bit more motivated to actually make games. Of course, the truth is that you have to be motivated to make games, but hopefully this is just a little bit extra incentive. So stay tuned for that as we go forward with this well, this is just my course trying to go forward and try to help beginners, okay? Let's look at debug mode. Let's look at the current playlist and the attempt. If you were following, have been following, am following, some type of following, you know that I tried to put a playlist together. And I'm still was working on that playlist. Oh, hanging out with Pig Dev. I was trying to put that playlist together to really help start with the foundation of programming. So we had definitions. And I started adding all these videos because I was learning so much about Godot at the time. I just started adding what I could learn. Now, one of the things I did add as I was going through the documentations is I did create a GD script for beginners called instancing. Super easy. Anyone could follow it right off the documents. However, as I went further, I just added the Kids Can Code videos to the playlist because the Kids Can Code guy, I really need to know his name. I just call him the Kids Can Code guy. He actually worked on the official documents. Anyone can, within reason. Don't just put random stuff in there. And he actually created a tutorial for learning Godot 3, and then he made videos about it, which was just all around a beautiful thing. So I added his stuff here. But unfortunately, as I got down to here, there was never a follow-up. I think there was never looking at people's code, their script, and that's kind of why I want to use the game jams for. I want people to put their source code up there on the internet. So if you're not going to use GitHub, so that I can look at it at least and try to find bugs or give feedback. And I'm not the best programmer at this stuff. I'm just a little higher up than a beginner. I think I'm maybe intermediate, pre-intermediate, who knows. I don't really believe in labels and so forth and so on. But here, we need them to describe stuff, right? As I went further, I posted more stuff that I thought would apply to beginners that I was learning. I started learning about signals, which is really cool. And then I started going into finite state machines, and it was just kind of posting things that I thought beginners would know. But again, no follow-up, no real structure. So that leads us to where we're at kind of right now. Try not to say the UM word so much. The big issue that I found when coming to learning with Godot 3 is that there is just a loop. What you do in Godot script, GD script, affects the Godot 3 engine, and what happens in the Godot 3 engine affects GD script. They're married. And so what I realized is when a lot of beginners actually wanted just to focus on a GD script course, that's kind of impossible. They have to go hand in hand. They're always working with each other. So that's how we're going to go forward with this kind of more structured class. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to focus on how these two are totally related. The other thing is I want to try to keep everything within 17 to 22 minutes. And the big reason for that is, sadly, after about 22 minutes, there's some research I ran into related to YouTube videos or just people's attention spans. You just start to look like her. You fall asleep and you're dreaming that you're not even at your computer. You start dreaming you're near a lake. So we'll try to keep everything between 17 to 22 minutes in parts and segments. And whatever we don't finish, we'll just actually continue in another video. Maybe I'll do it the next day, but definitely everything's going to be weekly and everything's going to come on Tuesday. The other thing about this is going to be our course. It's going to be our class is going to focus on a 2D top-down shooter for the next 8 months or so. That's my goal, or 6 months or 7 months or however long it takes. I don't think it's going to go past 8 months, and that's the goal right now. Okay, so number one, we are going to be making a shooter. Thanks to the Kids Can Code guy, I understand top-down shooters. No, not first. We'll work on that later. But I understand top-down shooters based off of his space tutorial, which is it's a great tutorial. Now, from that is this idea of finite state machines, which I actually got from Nathan from GD Quest, and also Pig Dev, who I'm hanging out with now as he's developing his own stuff. And so I started realizing that finite state machine I can do, a shooter I can do, so forth and so on. Multiple weapons. Oh boy. So Kids Can Code guy kind of left a bit on his other on his asteroids thing, and that little bit that he left was interesting because it was this thing where it actually showed the spot where you could actually add additional weapons. I learned a lot from looking at that. I think I can implement that system as well over time. Now, and the big thing I'm really excited is both Nathan from GD Quest is working on pathfinding AI, which is really cool stuff. And there is a hint that the Kids Can Code guy is going to work on pathfinding in the next set of tutorials that he's working on. So we've got all that. Now, given that, tonight's goal is to download the file we're looking at, and we're going to be using this thing called model and improve. What this means, this is not, don't just copy. Don't just copy. What you want to be doing is you want to actually be modeling, looking at something, and to a bit, it's kind of like copying. It's emulating in a sense. And then you want to improve upon that thing. You want to make it better. That's why I have a list of things that I want to do, like a multiple weapons, pathfinding AI, a finite state machine added to the shooter experience, okay? Now that we've given that, please practice or do your homework, which is basically our homework is going to be, this week's homework is to download the file, okay? That's all it is download the file. Also, I know there's supposed to be an R there. It's rendered, guys. There's an R there. I do apologize. I'm sorry. I'll try to make these things as polished as I can. All right, so let's do this. I'll show you how to do your homework like I do for my students. I show them how to do homework because, jerk teacher just says do it. They don't model. Get it? I'm modeling how to do it because it's part of model and improve. Now, I am going to redo this one more time. The thing about this is I kind of did want to start this with space rocks. I thought that was cool, but unfortunately, it is not MIT licensed. And the stuff we're going to be doing, I kind of want to be in the safety zone of licenses. I'm a big proponent of check your license, especially if you're not starting from scratch. And in this case, even though we're going to be modeling and improving, I don't want this to end up like the old Pong lawsuit. That's a terrible analogy, terrible joke. But basically, I want to be everything is up and up legally. Now, the thing is that I'm just going to click right here, since this is kind of the beginner's thing. I'm going to download this as a zip. That's the best way I understand it from GitHub. You don't have to sign into GitHub to download the file, as far as I know. I just am because I'm working on another project with some other people, doing my best to work with other people on a project. Again, not the best programmer, yada, yada, yada. That's downloading, doing its thing. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to click it. I'm going to show in folder. And when I'm show in folder, I'm going to right click it. And then I'm going to do this one more time. Extract. How I do this is that I actually have a quick access link. And then I'll be going to go right here. I'm going to click right here on Godot, my Godot folder. All right, select the folder, and then I'm going to extract. Again, this is the idea that you are an absolute beginner. Hopefully this stuff is review. You know how to download files because you have access to the internet and computers. There's only so much I can do, but again, I'm trying to do my best. Did it do it? Does it download it and stuff? Okay, I think it did. Okay, now as that's kind of sorting out, there's a couple of things I want you to note. Again, I'm going to check the license. It says it's MIT. I'm going to left click it. Am I going to click it? I'm just going to click it. Maybe it opens up. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. And I'm going to check the MIT license. MIT license basically is like Godot 3. Do whatever you want with it. Huzzah. Hopefully nothing illegal, but ideally just you can do whatever you want from it. So you can commercial use, so we could sell whatever. Guys, if you put this game together and you want to sell it, caveat, please make sure it's a good game. Make it be like, yeah, I'm going to stop there. Okay, anyway, modification. We are going to mod the heck out of this, more than likely. Distribution, fantastic. And private use. What things can I do behind closed doors that I don't want anyone to see? Sorry. Anyway, limitations, liability, warranty, and this is a big one, conditions, license, and copyright notice. Now, the thing is that I really got to learn who the Kids Can Code guy's name. I always just call him the Kids Can Code guy. That's who he is in my head. He's been really cool. I've interacted with him a little bit on YouTube, kind of annoyed him, so forgive me because he might watch this. But I've also interacted with the Discord and we helped somebody. I think he's a all-around cool guy, but I could understand why he's got these limitations. He wants some credit, okay? He's got this thing right here. This is why I only know him as a Kids Can Code guy. he's giving you all this permission, so forth and so on. There's some limitations of software, but at the end of the day, it pretty much looks like he just wants to have this copyright print somewhere in your file or so forth and so on. Everything that I use, I will more than likely mention him, and I'll probably link it to his videos. And at the end, when he does when he finishes all his videos, I'll link to his playlist. I have no problems with that. I am a terrible GD scripter. I'm just learning this stuff as it is. I feel like I'm standing on the shoulder of giants, or I'm being crushed by the foot. Who knows? And to be honest, guys, like Kids Can Code guy, Nathan, success is relative. They've been doing this longer than me, but it's not like they're making millions of dollars either. They at least want their name in their credit. I hope this adds to their legacy of what they've done. I hope I can add to that legacy. I hope I can build from that legacy. So enough said. I'm just going to basically give as much credit as I can do because of all this work that he's doing right now. Okay. Now, given that, as we start to open this, the game I'm going to work and give as an example, I will be making different art assets for, and I'll be offering those assets for free. I'm not sure if I will do something like this where maybe it's Creative Commons, because I kind of want credit too, man. Like, if I'm doing all this work, I don't want just someone taking my stuff, using it for whatever, and I don't get credit. Even if they do something terrible with it, and I'm not saying doing something, oopsie, wrong thing. I'm not saying do something illegal with it, but opening up the file right now. I'm just saying that, like, how do I put this in a nice way? I'd still like credit for it, you know? Like, yeah, I put hours in. I need to see my daughter. I'm not even seeing my daughter right now. This is terrible because I'm just doing all this development stuff. I'm trying to finish this stuff so I can see her. Okay, project list. We're going to import. Import's the best way. We're going to browse right here. Again, this is for the beginners. We're going to look at Godot 3. Click that right there. And then we're going to find the thing that we're working for, which should be tanks. Something about tanks. I'm just importing this right now. I'm looking for tanks. The other thing too is I think I'm gonna give to his Patreon. Nathan, as far as I know, doesn't have a Patreon from GD Quest, but he has a Patreon, and I might throw $5 that way. You know, I mean, that's the money for Netflix. I have yet to give to the Godot project officially. That's next on my list. Again, I'm not making a lot of money myself, but you know, hey, if I have enough money to go see a movie, why not? Definitely seeing some Marvel movies. I'm a little bit ranting. Where the heck is this thing? I can't find it. It is supposed to be tanks. Is it tanks? Yes, top-down tank master. There we go. And import this in. Import and edit. Yes. Oh, okay. Let's click it to 2D. I'm glad you can see some of my mistakes. Now that we've done that, let's hit the project. Let's go to tools. Project settings, sorry. Let's go to run. Let's click on this. Hopefully you find 2D files now. We still don't see 2D files. Is it assets? No, I don't see anything. Why can't I see anything? All files. There we go. I don't know why I did that, but I did it. Go back. Wow, there's no main. There used to be a main here. What happened here? Interesting. Okay, let's see. Let's click on something first. Like, let me click here. Play. Yes, select. Hilarious. Just when I thought I was going to see my daughter. Oh, brother. Okay, yeah, cancel. Okay, hold on. Is there something on the import? Should it be here? Yes. All right, cool. Well, I'm glad I just did all that jazz. Was it open before? Huh, that's weird. It didn't do it on the import. Okay, whatevs. Project settings, run. Ah, we have main tish. That is weird. That is weird. Okay, I don't know why. I'm gonna X this. Quits editor. Okay. And so yeah, you basically want to send it to the main tish, TSN file. Once you do that, you're able to play it. And guess what? Your homework's done. That's all I want you for your homework. Again, this, I'm going to be changing it to like my thing. This is family friendly, don't get me wrong. My thing's got girls with guns because that is my thing. Please forgive me. It's a beautiful file. It's a game, guys. You can play it right now. I just think that this should be your homework. You just download this and play this game. It's going to be exciting. I'm very excited with this. Okay. Again, this is Model and Improve. I'll be learning as I go. This will be what we'll be doing for Tuesday classes. And every week we'll do something officially. All right. So given that, don't know how much edit time that's going to take. Let's click over back to our file. Where's the browser? All right. There we go. And here we go. All right. So guys, that's it. Do your homework, please. This is the setup right now. I know no one wants to hear me rant about stuff, but I like to rant a little, so I might do that once or twice a week. Some people like to hear me rant. The vlog by fail, getting Ren to work. Having issue with the workflow. I'm probably going to post another video. I'll probably post it tomorrow. If you really are interested in how I learned from my mistakes, trying to get the RenP version of Godot 3 working with some other developers on that. It's going. I don't know how well it's going, but it's definitely going to be something. Tuesdays, check the playlist. So I'm going to upload these to the playlist as before. Again, I want more structure. I'm going to try to get more structure. We'll just be working on a 2D top-down shooter. And that's it. So guys, insert catchy phrase here. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.